Hey y'all, it's your boy Dr. Hunnis, and we doing a nail tutorial. Just to let you know that any products used during this video will be linked in the description box below. So let's get it. Hey, yes, we're doing a red ombre set. So this is the outcome. This was actually supposed to be a two-color ombre set. I already prepped this hand. If you want to see how I prep my nails for gel and acrylic application, and check out my video. So I'm going to be using the Modeline acrylic brand. I'm going to be using this color and also be using this color. Period. Period. And then I'm going to use the Mia Secret. This is the Cover Nude Blush color. This is a really good nude color that I love. And I'm going to use the Mia Secret Acrylic Clear to encapsulate that ombre so that I'm not messing it up when I file. Okay, so we just don't go ahead and just set it up. But as far as for like, yeah, we're just gonna set it up. Period. But how y'all been? Yeah, I am low key drunk right now. Like I'm lit. How y'all been? I'm really trying to get these nail tutorials together. It's like giving what it needs to give. I have a lot more stuff coming. I do want to do like some reviews and stuff like that. So I have a lot of stuff in the making. But yeah. So I have this acrylic nail monomer that I use, and it's called yallll. So we're gonna go ahead. This is the damping dish that I use for my monomer. I love this damping dish. It's just too cute. It's giving glamorous. And this is the monomer I use. It's called Joss Love. It's a really good monomer, and I order it a lot. She never fails me, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this monomer. Okay, let's get into her. Let's get into her. Period. So this is the box it comes in. This is the Joss Love Acrylic Liquid Monomer Professional Acrylic System. This is MMA free. This is the box it come in. This is how it comes. I got a bigger size. It comes sealed in plastic, so you know it is what? Together. And it also comes with a VIP card, which has the most current like coupons or whatever, and then they have the user manual that come with it as well. And just to kind of show you this damping dish that I use as well, this is just too cute. So cute. I love this damping dish. It's so cute. Let's go and get back to the tutorial. Period. Let's do it, sis. Get in. So I kind of rearranged everything so that it better helps me for the application. So you want to make sure that you dip the monomer, dip the brush in the monomer, and then kind of wipe it off if there's any excess. And then you just want to tap the once you dip it in the monomer, you just want to kind of tap it to release some liquid, not all. And you're gonna dip it to the acrylic. And what I like to do is I like to leave it a little liquid, a little liquider, a little more liquidy and not dry. Then I just kind of wash it on the nail like this. I'm not gonna lie, this was supposed to be like a two-color ombre, but I kept bringing the red up higher when I should have just kept it on the tip and then blended like the peachy, reddy orange tone. So yeah, it was kind of my fault, but yeah, we gonna get better. This is like my second time trying ombre nails, so I mean, it still came out good. It just didn't give the two colors they were supposed to give. But yeah, we're just gonna, just kind of smush that color on there. You want to do what you gotta do, okay? You want to give it the thickness. Depending on how thick you like your nails, is how many layers you'll put, okay? So I only did like 2 layers as far as for acrylic was that I do not like my nail. I don't want my nails thick. When your nails look too thick, it kind of gives like werewolf vibes. Like it's not giving. Like we're not trying to give thriller, okay? We're not trying to give thriller. You want to make sure that each time that you are dipping into your monomer, each time you're dipping into your acrylic, you want to make sure that you are wiping your brush off. because every time you dip into the acrylic, there is going to be excess product. Now, just to let y'all know, I did mess up doing these ombre nails because this is my second time doing ombre. I messed up because I brought the color up too high. Like I told you earlier, I should have kept the red on the tip and then blended this peachy orange color in the middle and then did the nude because pretty much I brought it up too high and I'm going to be putting nude in that area, so it just kind of defeats the whole purpose. But yeah, my next ombre acrylic, yeah, my next ombre acrylic tutorial is gonna be a lot better, okay? Because I actually know how to do it now. But yeah, you want to make sure you clean that brush after each use because you don't want it to build up. You don't want to build up the acrylic in the brush. You know, I feel like when you first start doing nails, you're most likely going to mess up your brush because, you're not going to know how to properly use it. So make sure that each time you dip into an acrylic powder, that you dip into the monomer and you clean that brush off immediately. Each use, it don't matter how many times, as soon as you lay that product down, then you're going to dip it, then you're going to wipe it off, dip it in the monomer, and then wipe it off again. Okay? That's how it is. That's the best way to do it so you're not messing up brushes and spending unnecessary money. But now I'm just putting the nude down. I'm going back over with the orange. I really did try to with this peachy orange, I really did try to incorporate it into the look, but it just ended up becoming like a red ombre nail. I'm not gonna even lie to you. So I dropped the ball on this. This is my second time. I mean, I am not a nail tech. We are learning things together, okay? I'm just teaching you what I know. Period. So yeah, we're just blending that together, or at least try to get it as blended as possible. Plus, this peachy orange was really close to the red color, so it didn't really, yeah, it didn't blend. I don't know. It was a lot went wrong with this, but hey, I'm still gonna post it because why? We're learning. That's the whole point of this. We're learning. Now, once you get done, I'm just pretty much just doing fine tuning as far as for the ombre. So once I get done and I get to the point where it's okay, this ombre is giving ombre nails. It's giving ombre acrylic nails. And then what I like to do is I like to go in with that Mia Secret clear acrylic to just encapsulate it because you are going to be filing the nail and you do not want to file. You don't want to file away your ombre because then that's when you'll start creating harsh lines. You don't want to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much that with all the pigment acrylics. So yeah. So now I'm gonna just take the nude and I'm gonna put this on my accent finger. And I'm just gonna put that all over. That's the only color I'm doing for that. And I'm just gonna put it all over and just kind of build that nail off. It's the same process as the first nail. I'm just using only one acrylic powder pretty much. Yeah, this Bacardi is so good. I watched by 3 movies drinking this Bacardi and I am lit. I'm lit, y'all. I'm really lit. It's giving, okay, but I'm still gonna give y'all the products. I'm still gonna give y'all the tea. Don't get expensive. Period. Yes. It's very important that you also make sure that when you're laying the acrylic down that it is smooth. You don't want your nails to look like Rocky Road ice cream. That is not cute. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. So for anybody that's wanting to learn nails or if you're going to school for nails, when it comes to nails, pretty much how I'm applying nails is how you apply it on state boards. So what you'll do is you'll apply the acrylic to the free edge, which is the part over the nails, and then you'll apply the second bead on the middle part where the nail and the extension is, and then the last bead will go on the actual to fill in the cuticle area. When it comes to boards, I mean, you can do, I mean, it's 3 beads. You want to make sure that you're doing 3 beads. But if you do more than 3 beads, you're not going to get marked off for it because as long as you do the 3 beads. But yeah, I'm just pretty much just perfecting that nail so the shape is together, so it's not looking a little lopsided. Period. So that's it. So we're going to clear cap both of these. Well, I'm just going to clear cap the ombre one because that's the one I do need the clear cap. I'm not really worried about the nude nail because it doesn't really need to be clear cap. So I'm just taking like a really thin layer of that Mia Secret clear acrylic powder and just kind of dusting it over. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you just want to do like one layer, like a really light layer. You don't want to do too much because you're going to be filing most of it off. Yeah, so bam. And they're looking cute, period. So I'm just gonna do the other fingers and then we're gonna come back. Okay? Bam. So how I pretty much clean my brushes and also get rid of the excess. So what I do is I take my brush and I dip it in the monomer and wipe it off. Once I get it to a point where it's like not that much product that I can see, then I like to add the acetone in there. Once I add the acetone, I add it directly into the monomer because what you're doing is you're creating like a conditioning acetone mix for your brush. So the acetone mixed with the monitor is not only going to remove the acrylic residue out of the brush, it's going to also condition the brush because monomer can be like very drying. And you don't want your brush to dry out too much. You still want to have it a little moisture to it. Okay, you don't want it, but yeah, this is how I clean my brush at the end of every session. Period. And if you're using like if you're using this brush for like clients, then maybe you can do like a thin spray of alcohol just to sanitize. Right, but that's how I clean my brush. Bam. And then as far as for like the excess juice left in the monomer bowl, I like to take a paper towel and I just stuff it in there. So I just fold the paper towel, stuff it in the dish, and then bam, let it absorb. So now let's get into this. I'm going to use this e-file. This is the Yup Palm Cordless Nail File. I bought these nail file bits. This is the Bulix 7-piece nail drill bits for e-files. And I used to use these 180 grits. And yeah, we're going to use this sanding just to kind of it's just gonna just polish the nails, okay? Polish and just kind of smooth the top of the nails because that's just the way it is. So that's what I'm doing. We're just gonna do that, yeah. You want to make sure when you are, I mean, as far as for e-files, you can use the e-file on yourself and learn, but when it comes to like if you want to do clients, you most definitely need to be certified to use the e-file. Like just because you go to school for being a nail tech, you have to become certified to use a nail an e-file because there's a lot of dangers to that. Okay. Now to clean up around the cuticles, I used to use like these two. Those are like really skinny like nail files, or I use that one and I also use that one. So those four is usually what I use to clean up the cuticle for acrylic. So bam, but I'm pretty much gonna just use the one sanding file just to clean up everything because it's like I am a little more experienced, so I'm not gonna really, I ain't gonna go crazy, okay? So we just gonna clean up all the nails, just a quick little buffaluffagus, a little buffaluffagus, a little buffaluffagus. Come on, get them nails smooth. Now, this is why it's also important that you lay your acrylic down smooth so that you don't have to file as much. So this filing is going to go very quick. Period. That part. I like to go mostly side to side, from like side to side to the nails, but sometimes I do go up and down depending on just how I'm trying to fix it. But yeah, you want to use When you're holding the file, you want to use the pinky that you're holding the file with to brace the nail. It just helps it so it doesn't vibrate as much when you're doing the e-file. You also want to make sure that you're not using like a very high setting with your e-file. You don't want to be too uncomfortable for both yourself and your clients. So now I'm going to use this mini kind of like filer just to clean up the cuticle areas. So yeah. Because I feel like when it comes to nails, even if your nails are cute, if the cuticle's not put together, it's gonna look like trash. It's gonna be look like rubbish, bloody rubbish. So you want to make sure you clean it up. The better your nails look, the more compliments you're gonna get. Because people will notice that, especially if they're like looking for a nail tech. They'd be like, okay, well your nails are cute, but your cuticles are like trash, you know. So yeah, you just want to just clean up around there, pretty much. Period. That part. That part. That part. Most, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just filing the nails and whatever, getting it to where she needs to be. Yeah, this is because I am drunk. I am lit. Oh my God. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah. I feel like cleaning up the cuticle is very important because the cuticle, I feel like just cleaning up the whole nail because it makes it different, because it makes it look like you actually know what you're doing. And if you are interested in like taking other nail clients, your biggest advertisement is going to be yourself. Like, yeah, you're gonna have your social media, but I mean, when people see you in person and they see, oh yeah, you do your own nails, and then they see how you do your nails, and they'll be like, okay, you do your nails really good, and that's gonna make people want to do it more. Period. So you are, so you when you do your own nails, you are your biggest promoter. That's also very a lot of advertising. So when people be like, oh my gosh, your nails are so cute. When people tell me that, I'd be like, oh yeah, I do my own nails. And they'd be like, oh my God, do you do other people nails? And I'd be like, yeah. I give them my business card. They can check out my website and they can see my work. Period. So now that we've filed these nails down, I also buff the nails as well. Wash the hands. I'm gonna go in with this Modeline gel art liner, and this is kind of like a red sparkle liner, and I'm gonna use these. What are these called? I'm going. I'm gonna use the Art Done box nail gems. Usually, when it comes to when you buying rhinestones for nails, they should, or at least I would hope, they come with tweezers. And then I like to use, this is like my staple. I like using the Nika luxury nail, luxury large nail UV LED lamp. So what I'm doing, I'm just kind of just outlining the sides of the nails. Period. So I'm just gonna outline the side of the nails. You want to make sure that you are cleaning up your brush and dust off any excess because I love this brand, but it does it's very coating. But yeah, you see the product, you see it. So we're just creating like an outline for the nails. Once we get that outline together, then I'm gonna just nuke it or cure it for 60 seconds, as you should. You want to make sure it looks good, okay? And then clear that baddie, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Okay, baby. Period. And before I clear it too, since I'm not doing nothing to the other nails, I'm just gonna add a top coat. This is a matte top coat. So I'm gonna add a matte top coat. This is the Beatles matte top coat. I'm gonna add that to all the other ombre nails. So I'm gonna add it to the 3 nails just to cure those, and then I'm gonna do the thumb last. That's just how I do it. But yeah, since I'm just doing this design on one nail, so I might as well cure the other nail so I don't have to worry about it. And then yeah, then we're gonna nuke it for 60 seconds. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Mm. Bro, this Bacardi is good. Like I'm very liquored up right now, and I'm like tempting to like. I'm very tempted to dip into the wine, but I don't want to mix alcohols. That's what I don't want to do. So now I'm gonna do the rhinestones. So I'm gonna do one big rhinestone, and I'm gonna do two medium rhinestones on the side, and then two smaller ones on the other side, just to kind of give that proportion so that it goes around the cuticle area. So you see how I did that? It varies in size. Period. This is the nail glue I use. Let me look up this nail glue. So this is the, I don't know what this is, but this is the nail glue that I use personally. So I'm just gonna just put one dot, and I'm gonna do it at a time because this nail glue does dry very quick. So we're gonna put the big one in the center. As yeah, this was the tweezers were really like trying it. I should. So what I'm gonna do now is, since the tweezers ain't working the way I want them to, I'm gonna use like a pencil wax tool. You can also use like a coloring pencil or a pencil to pick up the rhinestones. But yeah, I'm just putting on just a dab of glue and then putting on the stones one at a time, because you don't want to put a line of glue, because this nail glue brand that I have does dry very quick. She dries quick. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. Now I did kind of mess up because I didn't put the rhinestones close enough to the cuticle, so it did kind of leave a gap. If it does leave a gap, then you can take that same like gel liner that you use with the gel liner, and then kind of fill in that area so that it looks cohesive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was kind of like a my bad on my part, no lies. No tea, that was a my bad on my part. But yeah, so now I pulled out this tool, and you see how much more easier it is. Period. So much more easier. So much more. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish that. You see how I didn't put it closest to the cuticle as I wanted to? Period. That's how you know I don't really do stones as much, because usually yeah. So since we do that, now I'm just gonna add the, ooh, and I dropped it. You're gonna add the matte top coat. Once you add the matte top coat, you're gonna add a little cuticle